Hey, how's it going, everyone? Thank you again for watching slash listening to these recap slash reviews. Today it's going to be Justice League 63. Bendis continues with his it's ups and downs. Like the story is good, but there's like a couple of things about it that I just don't like. And you know what? Honestly, this isn't on Bendis. This is more on the art, which I love David Marquez's art. Um, it's beautiful. It's just the flow. I don't know who's in charge of from page to page flow, but whoever's in charge of that needs to get it together. Honestly, um, let's start with this cover. We have the Justice League floating heads surrounding Black Adam and Naomi. Black Adam's arms are bounded together by chains, and Naomi just looks scared. This is one of those covers that has nothing to do with the story. Now that I think about it, I guess it kind of does. It's more of a it makes you want to think like the Justice League is judging them, and in the story that's how Naomi feels, even Black Adam to a certain point. But I guess yeah, it does kind of match, but nothing really. Yeah, you have to really think about it, I guess. But going into the story, it opens up with Naomi waking up on a hospital bed. It's a bit of a time skip because the last thing that we saw in the last issue was Zumbado showing up and greeting Naomi into his new world, or into back into their world, and that's it. That's how it ended. And then now she's waking up in a hospital, so you kind of get this feeling of what happened. But Dinah is there, Black Canary, and she's just checking up on her, making sure she's okay. And then we kind of get a flashback of what happened, which in that flashback, Naomi goes to attack, right? And we see Flash in the background. He yells out their battle cry, which turns out it's not the same as what Wonder Woman had. If you remember, I think it was either in Death Metal or some kind of event. Wonder Woman had a battle cry for the Justice League. She riled them up. She said Justice League advance, and it was good. It's fine. It is what it is. Um, but here, when everyone attacks, you can see Flash in the background yelling "Justice League unite!" It's cool. I like it. It's a little bit closer to Avengers Assemble, unite. Um, Advance is a lot better in my opinion for an attack. Because now you're saying go forward and attack, but it is what it is. I think it's just supposed to be funny, which it was. But in that flashback, we see the league is like out of every all of their heavy hitters. Superman can't uh, stand up barely by himself. Black Adam's doing a little better, but not that much better. Batman is missing. Uh, Aquaman yells out in bravado, like he's just like, "You don't want to mess with us. Look at your pal over here." But I'm just like, you passed out from nobody. Like everyone was in the middle of a fight, and that's why they're a little bit tired. But Aquaman got there and passed out, so I don't want to hear anything from him. But regardless, Naomi attacks. She's face to face with not only her parents' killer, but her home world's killer. She's not really thinking straight. She's also being affected by being here, so she's not thinking straight. Uh, and then the nth metal in Hawk Girl's mace, it starts to react to Zimbardo's presence as well. Um, the flow here is one of my things that I didn't like. The flow from page to page is Naomi attacks. She's going in there, her arm is cocked back. She's about to hit him. In the next page, when you turn, it's Hawkgirl hitting her. And I suppose, yeah, it could be like a sneak attack or whatever, but it did not flow correctly. And maybe it's because of the page turn. It wasn't a side to side panel or what, but like Hawkgirl didn't even seem like she was going to attack. She was more occupied with her mace glowing at the moment. So she didn't even we didn't even know she was attacking. I don't know. So that's one of the places where I didn't like that. But Naomi attacks, misses because Hawkgirl gets in her way and she hits Zumbado with the mace. But then they just go. It's just a whole bunch of panels of them fighting, and it's pretty good fight after that. After the initial shock of it. Um, even though everyone's trying to retreat, Flash is saying we cannot be here any longer. Superman, in his weakened state, he's just like, yeah, yeah, guys, let's retreat, let's get out of here. Naomi pushes him off. She won't be doing that anytime soon again, but pushes him off and continues the attack. And this is the one of the things that I mentioned earlier with the cover, is that she feels bad for continuing the attack. She feels bad for not listening to the Justice League and just kind of losing it. And Dinah is just telling her, like, we all lose it. We've all been there. We all have our little anger issues. It's okay, but it's not getting through to Naomi quite yet. Um, we see the residents there, and I don't know anything about Naomi, so I haven't read any of her solo books. I didn't see her in Young Justice. Um, but those people, the main people that saved Aquaman, they kind of look like her, and so I'm assuming here is like, would those be her parents? Did she assume that her parents died, or did she actually see them die? That could be the parents. Um, she's hesitant to retreat here because she sees all these citizens, not those people that I think are her parents, but she sees the citizens, and she says, we can't leave them. We can't leave them behind. And it's at this point that Batman shows up, and he's like, we gotta go. And he's got something, he's holding something, and kind of pretty much he jumps in. Green Arrow goes in. Pretty much everyone goes in. But right before that, Aquaman throws Superman in there. Like, he has to throw him into the portal. Black Adam electrocutes Brutus one last time, just like a and stay out kind of thing. Like, he's like, this is just one more thing, just to let you know not to mess with my country again. Um, Green Arrow lets Barry know how he feels about, like, him sending them to this place without any kind of protection. He's just like, you messed up here, Barry. He's like, I know, I got it, I get it. And again, Batman shows up last minute and goes through the portal. So we're back to the present. The League joins Dinah, making sure that Naomi is okay, and they're also informing her that they can't go back quite yet, and she's upset at this because she wants to save these people. She wants to save the people that were left behind. She doesn't want to leave them to Zimbardo, and this is where Superman starts to explain the pool, which is what every hero feels. They know the existence of the multiverse, so he understands, like, I could be helping someone right now. At any given moment, we could be helping someone. That's the pool. But they also need to be reassured that, one, in the other worlds, there's other heroes, and two, in here, there will be other heroes, that they don't need to be in every place at once. They don't need to save everyone at the same time. And the fact that she's feeling that pull is makes her a hero as well. In this conversation, Aquaman calls her, what is it, Powerhouse. So I don't know if Naomi's been named Powerhouse in Young Justice or something, but this is the first time I hear it. Is that her new name? That'd be kind of cool. Powerhouse is a pretty cool name. Um, but let me know if that name has been popped around before. Um, Batman then reveals that what he stole, which is basically all the tech that McDuffie used to go from Naomi's homeworld to their world. So they won't be able to join anytime soon or go back to their world again. Um, Going back to this world, we see McMurph. He's just like, or can't remember if it's McDuffie or McMurph, whatever. We'll say McMurph. We see McMurph just sitting there, kind of smoking, upset. All their tech has just been stolen, and then Zimbardo shows up, and he's just like, "What do you want?" Out of all the people to say that to, Zimbardo is not the guy to mess with. He's just not. And Zimbardo's like, "I heard you're the scientist that made it happen for us to go back into that world." And he's like, "Yeah, but this pointy-eared freak showed up, and he took all my tech, so I can't do anything to help you. Move on." And Zimbardo's like, "Let's go back, make it happen." He's like, "Did you not just hear me? Like, we don't have the resources. You made sure of that." Um, and I don't know, she's just really, um, what's the word I'm looking for here? Brave to talk to him like that. But then he does like drop Brutus, and he's like, hey, here's Brutus. He'll help you out. I can get you the resources. Make it happen, and that's pretty much it. Back into our world, Earth Prime, I guess. Superman officially invites Black Adam to join the Justice League. He doesn't quite agree. He's over there overlooking the land, reminiscing about what used to be there. Hippolyta confirms it. Everything. They're very old, but um, he doesn't disagree. He doesn't reject that offer. He does say that he wants to prove himself not only to Superman but to Hippolyta as well. So it's pretty obvious that he's going to join, but I don't know if he's going to be a root member, I guess, an ongoing member for very long. I would expect maybe 10 issues, maybe a year, you know. Um, and then it's at this same moment that Batman and Green Arrow are talking, and Batman's just like, now that I have no money because he's a millionaire, not a billionaire. I noticed that you've been taking the payments over the upkeep of the Hall of Justice. And Green Arrow's like, yeah, I don't mind doing that as long as you keep me checked. If you see something that you don't agree with, let me know. Checks and balances, basically. And they have that conversation. And then Naomi comes and she apologizes once again for losing her temper. And Green Arrow finally sets it straight. He says it very clearly. You are upset with yourself for this, but we're not upset with you at all. This whole time we're just trying to tell you, welcome to the Justice League. So she doesn't really get an official invite, but she's just kind of told that she's joined the Justice League. And I don't know how I feel about that. She's still pretty young. We have a Young Justice, we have Teen Titans, and she's just gonna skip all of that. I mean, she did do the Young Justice thing for a bit, but still, she's gonna skip all of that and go straight to the Justice League. It's kind of a slap in the face, and it's kind of something that I feel like Bendis does a lot. It's his character, so therefore it's got to be the main face, got to be the strongest. I don't know, but all in all, 7 out of 10. This ends the whole Brutus attack arc, and hopefully next issue we get a new start a new arc. But this was a good ending. It gives it room to grow. Gives Black Adam and Naomi a chance to prove themselves to be in the Justice League. Again, that's why I'm saying that the cover is kind of making sense now. It's like they're judging them. There, it looks like they're judging them unfairly, but it's more of a you've been led into the club. Now we're watching you. Let's see how you do. So the Justice League is understanding, so that's pretty cool for them. That's a positive for me. Uh, Everyone showed their strengths within this whole arc. Everyone, even Aquaman, even Aquaman showed his strengths. Even though he was in a bad place, he still didn't give up. So he was still fighting to the end. But they also show their weaknesses, which is another positive for me. The only negative I really have is that there's no real clear ending. There's still Zumbado is still a threat. Black Adam isn't clear about joining. What is a powerhouse, or what is a mega power that the Batman was talking about? There's a lot of questions, which again, room to grow, but still, I feel like too many questions at the end of an arc. So, and then we do have that little backstory of the Dark Justice League, Justice League Dark, and that one it doesn't quite wrap up, but again, I'm not really like into that story at all. It's just the Justice League Dark, Constantine, Zatanna, Ragman. They're chasing Merlin, and there's a guard that Merlin thought he killed, but she survived, and she's running around. She's hearing voices, which I don't really completely understand. I do like the way that the fourth wall was broken with Constantine, because the way Merlin set everything up, Constantine was able to write in this book the ending that we see, and basically it's him writing what the writer is writing, Ram V, and he's saying, and everything ended nicely, blah blah blah, and then that's what we see happen. Then they go to the Tower of Fate, and they try to find a way to stop Merlin. Nara is that character. She was the guard. She was running around. She finally makes it to a church, and she instantly gets like surrounded. She's about to be attacked, and Batman is up there in the in the high seats, I guess, and he's smiling because of what she said. I didn't write down what she said or anything, but it was something along the lines of "Move out of my way, or I will gladly show you something about injustice," and it tickled Batman's funny bone. So that was good to see. We'll see him in the next issue. I'm assuming. Uh, that one was okay. That again, those stories I don't want to really rate them because they're short. They do what they do, and it's entertaining enough. I like them enough. But again, 7 out of 10 for the main Justice League story, and I am actually looking forward to the next book. So thank you for listening. And again, as always, make sure you subscribe, share with your friends, follow on any podcast platform. I'm pretty much on a bunch of them, so you should be able to find one that you need. I will have the links in the description. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Bye.